In this video I'm going to show and tell the 2 quickest methods for obtaining points in Nintendo Switch Sports to unlock all those lovely cosmetic items that you crave, and you can get them with good use of point multipliers. So a quick overview for the multipliers first. There are a bunch of multipliers in online play for performing certain actions and activities within matches. This multiplies the base points, and then the next multiplier multiplies that new total, leading to more points overall. So which sport lets you rack up the points quickest using these? Well, there are 2 options. I have found bowling to rack up the points the quickest. Now bear in mind that a bowling match is longer than the others. Sure, my average game is about 9 minutes 37 including loading screens. But if you perform well in the bowling match, you can rack up massive multipliers, as shown here. My very first bowling match with the game netted me 101 points, unlocking an item immediately. I've consistently improved my score, and as long as you rank in the top 3, you can get a minimum of 80 points for those games, with my current highest being 118 points. If you can get consistent strikes, you get even more points owing to the higher strike multipliers at 3 and 5 times, as well as points for a 300 point game being included. Whilst I don't know the exact total, theoretically it's around 125 to 130 points if the multipliers work as they seem to. Don't quote me on that exact number though. The point is, if you're consistent with your bowling, you can get a new unlockable item at least every 10 minutes, scoring over 100 points for each win. Now the other quick way is Charmara. It's a fast-paced game and typically takes the least amount of time to complete. The games on average last 4 minutes with loading screens, but that gets quicker if your opponent just lets you mow them down. You can get an attack bonus here of 1.1 times multiplier, and if you win, you get the additional 1.2 as well. That can rack up around 40 points per round, which is great, but your opponent is going to want to guard a lot, so if we use the opposite logic, we can really speed it up. You see, if you don't do anything and just let your opponent smash you off the edge as quick as possible, you still get 30 points. This can take just a couple of minutes or so per game if you get the right opponent, so it's worth considering as a fast strategy to rack up those points. Of course, if you're trying to get into the pro leagues, this isn't really going to help you. But that is how you get points as quickly as possible in Nintendo Switch Sports. Personally, I think the bowling one is more consistent if you get a more consistent setup, and it avoids multiple loading screens and taking time to find a game, which can be long for some people, myself included. But if you get consistent matches and you don't mind getting thrashed at Charmara, you're likely to earn more points in a quicker amount of time. So are you going to try these methods out? Or do you know a quicker one? Let me know in the comments down below, and hit like and subscribe for more Nintendo Switch Sports content on the way. Thanks for watching, and thanks to my patrons like Rain, I Love Waffles 1311 and Sick Hippie for the amazing support through Patreon. I've been Master Trainer Peter, and I'll see you soon.